I take it we don't have a place in this nice new world?
On the contrary, Wolverine. You will be assimilated into the building program. And then when your limbs can't be manipulated anymore, recycled and used as raw materials. But it's so good to talk to you again, gentlemen. I can see you, hear you, smell you, and even feel the bottom of your boots from the moment you enter the complex. Nevertheless, I chose not to kill you until I could boast about how far I've come since we last met. Does this mean pride is a result of my... Pride is a result of my...
What the hell is going on here?
I just came down to tell you there was a dinosaur sniffing around the plane, but I think my powers are doing something to the electronics in here, guys.
Kitty, get out of here! Run!
Wait, but I'm...
Just shut up and go!
Holy...
New York. Is she still having the visions?
No, Brother Sebastian. According to our people, Jean Grey hasn't had a psychic attack for almost 24 hours.
Good. Excellent. That means her body is becoming accustomed to the idea of serving as a host.
What about Xavier?
Are you absolutely sure that he hasn't tumbled to the nature of our careful little ruse?
Definitely not, sir. As we agreed, he's never been closer than 7 points removed from anyone with any genuine knowledge of the facts for fear of his telepathy. As far as he's concerned, all this money we've been throwing at him is just some thoughtful billionaires investing in the future.
Then our people should get in touch again. Astronomy has been on the phone and made it quite clear that the alignment is just 48 hours away. After all this time, all these thousands of years, and we only have to wait another couple of days. I believe it's time the Xmen met the Hellfire Club, gentlemen.
Well, what do you think?
I think I feel like prom night Barbie, Professor. Do we really need to wear this crap just to pay these guys a visit?
Our secret benefactors are the richest men and women in the world, Roland. Believe me, the people in here probably insist on black tie at breakfast. Besides, this function is being held in our honor by Xmen. The least we can do is dress the part.
I am a little disappointed there are not more paparazzi here, Professor. I spent 20 minutes getting my hair like this, and I hate to think it was all for nothing.
Oh, I'm sure there'll be plenty of press inside, Peter. The biggest names in business coming out as the secret bankrollers of the X-Men is hardly going to be buried behind the crossword puzzle.
If you'd allow me to escort you to the wheelchair ramp around the corner, Professor Xavier.
No. I've waited far too long for this to enter the Hellfire Club by anything other than your grand front entrance, young man. I might not boast telekinetic skills on Marvel Girl's scale, but I'm more than capable of levitating this little contraption.
You really sure you're up to this, Jean?
To be honest, I'm the best I've been in weeks, Aurora. If I seem a little distracted, it's just that I'm worried about Scott going off on this Savage Land thing. I hate having him outside my telepathic range like this, especially when the psoriasis on my elbows is flaring up. 9 times out of 10, that means somebody I care about is suffering out there.
You sure you don't want to just bail?
Oh no, we couldn't do that to the professor. He's been as giddy as a schoolgirl since these guys said they wanted to meet him. Besides, what's the worst that can happen?
Ah, good evening, Mr. Rasputin. The Russian president was rather hoping you'd be here. Apparently, you grew up just a few miles from the collective where he was born, sir.
The Russian president wants to see me? Are you sure?
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you too, Mr. Turner. Yes, I am feeling much better now. Thanks for asking. But how did you know about the hallucinations I've been having?
Arnold, you have no idea how much of a thrill this is for me. I've loved your movies since I was like 4 years old, man. Even the lousy ones you've done lately.
A word in your ear, Mr. Rasputin, but I have it on very good authority that Mr. Martz and Mr. Richt over there would be very happy to meet you, sir. Would you like me to handle the introductions?
Greenspan? No, sorry. Doesn't ring any bells, man. You ain't that old guy that used to be the boss on Charlie's Angels, are you?
I think my students are a little starstruck by your guest tonight, Mr. Seville.
To be honest, I think our membership are just as excited about meeting them, Professor Xavier. Mr. Shaw, the Hellfire Club's current Grandmaster, has spoken of little else lately.
Sebastian Shaw? From Shaw Industries?
None other. I'm flattered, Professor. And honored, of course. It's a delight to finally meet you in the flesh, sir.
Mr. Shaw, I don't know where to begin. Suffice to say, if it wasn't for you and your generous associates here, there wouldn't even be an Xmen.
Just investing in the future, Charles. The Hellfire Club is quite adept at picking winners, you know. And there's no safer bet right now than Homo sapiens superior.
But coming out like this before the world's press and telling everyone that the club has been funding my ideas, it's such a bold move.
Merely time to take a stand, Charles. You and your brother mutants shall inherit the Earth someday. And quite frankly, it's in everyone's best interests to make this transition as peaceful as possible. I believe we must teach the public that the alternative is just too painful to even contemplate.
Champagne, gentlemen?
Well, normally I don't, but seeing as this is such a special occasion...
To the future, Charles, and whatever surprises it might have in store for us.
Poor Xavier. Look at him whizzing around and smiling at everyone. He really hasn't a clue, has he? What's that he gave you, Mr. Seville? I saw him handing photocopies out to a few people when he got here.
Oh, just some stupid article from the London Times. It's a piece by Stephen Hawking about mutants being man's last hope against the evolution of artificial intelligence. Pathetic, really. Like it's even going to matter after tonight, eh?
Are you sure he doesn't know what we're up to, sir? I mean, he's supposed to be a telepath and all that, isn't he?
You just leave the thinking to us, young man. You and your friends here should be concentrating on what we've been training you to do. Brother Sebastian shouldn't be much longer.
Ladies and gentlemen, if I could have your attention for a moment, please. As you know, the Hellfire Club is a great many things. A gentleman's retreat, a place where business might be conducted, and a home to the finest parties known to civilized man. But it also boasts a proud background of charitable donations and unflinching support for some of the most influential figures in world history. We came here tonight to honor the work being done by Professor Charles Xavier in that quaint little Westchester school we donated to him just a couple of years ago. We also came here to tell the world's assembled media how we financed Xavier's work in every detail from school books to jump jets. The most famous names in business, politics, and show business. Coming together in support of our most recent minority group should really make a great impression with the public. Would you say that's a fair assessment, gentlemen?
Absolutely, Brother Sebastian.
But there's another reason we called this meeting. Something even Charles here doesn't know about. A little surprise that I arranged for him myself, in fact. Is everything okay at the back, boys?
Perfect, sir. Couldn't be better.
Well, you definitely have me intrigued here, Sebastian. What's going on? What have you got up that generous sleeve of yours this time, eh?
Just a little fun and games we've been rehearsing every Thursday night for the last 6 months, Professor Xavier. Take it away, boys!
Peter!
Shaw, what in God's name are you doing?
Neutralizing your little friends, of course. What does it look like I'm doing, you imbecile? Don't worry about the cameras, incidentally, because they're empty. None of this is being broadcast anywhere, Charles. Nobody even knows you're here. Isn't that right, Gene?
Gene?
Okay, I want the three of them restrained and taken to the temple. Don't put them in the pentagram, of course. The pentagram's just for the inner circle.
But Rasputin's turned into Colossus, sir. How are we supposed to move him when he's turned into Colossus?
Oh, for God's sake. How am I supposed to know? Get a forklift or something. Hire a tow truck. Just figure it out for yourselves. Ah, the Kraken wakes. I thought you were never going to join us, Charles. Don't even think about trying to use your powers, by the way. As Colossus and Storm have already discovered, our darling little telepath here isn't quite herself at the moment and really won't permit you to interfere with her destiny.
What are you talking about, Shaw? What destiny?
How are we fixed for time, Seville?
About an hour and 20 minutes until dawn, Brother Sebastian.
We want to replace your god with our own chap, Charles. After 20 billion years in his many-angled prison, the time has come for the Phoenix God to rise again and usher in a darkness stretching to eternity. What? What's so funny?
You, Shaw. All this, everything, for God's sake. Has it ever occurred to you, even for a moment, that these Phoenix visions Jean's experiencing are just a side effect of her fragile psychosis? She's an 18-year-old telepath trying to get a grip on her gifts, you idiot. These kinds of delusions are absolutely standard.
You believe whatever makes you comfortable, my dear Professor. I'm happy to adhere to the prophecies of 1,000 generations who have worshipped this age-old force and drawn their earthly power from it. Our faith stretches back through the founding fathers and revolutionary France, to the bloodlines of ancient Egypt, oh boy. Ours are the principles America was built upon, the sacred geometry and architecture at the very heart of this great nation. That isn't an eagle weaved into the fabric of the carpet on the Oval Office floor, you know. What you pay homage to when you address a president is a fine, full-feathered phoenix.
Rubbish.
Like I said, it really doesn't matter what you think, Charles. We only used you to help Jean Grey expand her mind and accept what's coming without degenerating into a useless, gibbering wreck. But that's done now. Her motor functions are already being controlled from the other side, as you can see for yourselves. You and your students here have no further purpose now, except as an aperitif for a being with an appetite for words. Oh, what's this? An emergency distress call on your little Xmen transmitter? I wonder if it's Cyclops, Kitty, and Wolverine. Do you think perhaps they've bitten off more than they can chew down there in the Savage Land? No, it's just from that idiot beast. According to this, he's in a great deal of trouble at the moment. Still, he's hardly alone on that count, eh? By the fire within my heart, I call you forth, O sacred flame. Within, without, you both are one. From first creation's light you came. Ancient sisters of the stars, daughter of the moon and sun, come forth in mystic golden light. I greet the south whence you come. From the core of Earth's bright center, through the cosmos' vast expanses, I call ye forth, O cleansing fire. I call ye forth to lift and raise us. Arise, bright fire, into the world. Arise, bright fire, into the night! Arise, bright fire, by Spirit's hand! Arise, bright fire of Phoenix light!
My God.